Yo guys, it's King Kaiser here. I already got 5 subscribers, which is nice. I'm gonna do another video on the Diancie Carbink theory. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Today's big question. Is Diancie related to Carbink? Well, Diancie's a new Pokemon. You may or may not have heard of her. She's supposed to be a legendary going to be released in the movie Cocoon of Destruction. If you need information on her, go to my first video. And Carbink is a new Gen 6 Pokemon. If you're unfamiliar, I will be showing a couple Pokedex entries later in this video. Before I get into the theory, so don't worry. But today's question, is Diancie related to Carbink? For example, does Carbink evolve into Diancie? But first, some basic info. So first, Diancie, number 719 in the dex after Zygarde. The Jewel Pokemon. It's a Rock Fairy type, like Carbink. 2 feet 4 inches, 19.4 pounds, and the description. It can instantly create many diamonds by compressing the carbon in the air between its hands. So that's Diancie. And there's Carbink. It's a little unclear, but you can see it's a rock fairy type. It's 1 foot, 12.6 pounds, and the description. It has slept underground for hundreds of millions of years since its birth. It occasionally found during the excavation of caves. Here is the Pokemon X entry of Carbink. It's also the Jewel Pokemon, something that just caught my eye, something to look into since there's no two Pokemon that are the same species of Pokemon other than Diancie and Carbink. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think. It's also a rock fairy type, 1 foot height, 12.6 pounds, and born from the temperatures and pressures deep underground, it fires beams from the stone in its head. So that is Carbink. Nothing too important there other than the Jewel Pokemon, which is also in the Pokemon Y entry. And now for this case, probably the most important entry, Diancie. Probably for the other Pokedex, I'm not sure which is which. Also the Jewel Pokemon, the same entry as the other one, but its description. A sudden transformation of Carbink. Its pinky glimmering body is said to be the loveliest sight in the world. Well, I think the Carbink and pink might be something good to look into. By the way, that's a shiny form dex entry. So with all the information that I've given out, I've come to 3 possibilities, all of which include Carbink and Diancie being related. This is because both of them are known as the Jewel Pokemon, whereas I don't think there's any other Pokemon in the Pokedex that follows that rule. And also, to this point, we've assumed Diancie to be a legendary, but it might not be. What it is a mythical Pokemon. It's been confirmed. So it may become the first mythical Pokemon to evolve. But now, into my 3 possible theories. Well, this is the first and most common theory. Carbink evolves into Diancie. And here there's also shown as Diancie as an evolution. I don't think this theory works. That it might, because Diancie isn't a confirmed legendary, it's a confirmed mythical Pokemon. And all we know about mythical Pokemon are there are event Pokemon. Also, they are both the Jewel Pokemon, even though that doesn't go in any evolution. And this may be the first evolution, since this may be a special evolution. So that's why I think they may be Carbink may evolve into Diancie. So here what you see is shiny Carbink. And you may be thinking why I show you a shiny Carbink. No point. But there might be. If you think back to Pokemon Black and White, the way to obtain Zoroark in the Long Lorn Forest or something was you bring a event shiny legendary dog that you obtained from an event on Platinum or Heart Gold and moved it up to the Lost Lorn Forest, and then you would battle a Zoroark who would be disguised as your Pokemon. The key thing here, or like Darkrai in Pokemon Platinum and the Member Pass, the key thing being you need a special event shiny Carbink, and that's how you get a Diancie, because it said sudden transformation of Carbink. Maybe your shiny event Carbink turns into Diancie when you bring it somewhere, because it's a special Carbink, and unlike other Carbink, it can transform into Diancie. I think it's very possible, because it's been shown before in past Pokemon games where you needed a specific event shiny Pokemon to obtain another Pokemon, so it wouldn't be completely out of the picture. And this is the theory I think that makes most sense. So guys, here's my Pablo Picasso awesome drawing of Carbink and Diancie. I think what I've been trying to show here, Carbink, it says Carbink times 2 equals Diancie. For example, Nintendo gives you a shiny Carbink as an event Pokemon. You also have a regular Carbink. You confuse them like you have to do Zekrom and Kyurem to get one of the either white or black Kyurem, I'm not sure. Uh, and then you've got Diancie. But if you use two shiny Carbinks, you get shiny Diancie. It kind of works like that. I think it's a very possible theory, but I don't think it's what Nintendo's gonna do, because the last time Nintendo did it, those two Pokemon that merged that created like Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Black Kyurem and White Kyurem didn't get their own Pokedex entries, but Diancie is, so it's gonna be a little different. Uh, Overall, I'm thinking if it goes ahead, it's gonna be generally the same concept. Maybe it'll change so Diancie gets its Pokedex entry, unlike Black Kyurem, White Kyurem. So yeah, that's about it. One last theory that I don't think is gonna work: Hoopa plus Volcanion equals Diancie, because heat plus pressure makes diamonds, and well, Diancie's signature attack, Diamond Storm Volcanion's kind of a heat Pokemon with volcanoes. And well, Hoopa's just supposed to be some pressure Pokemon. I don't think it works because it gives Diancie a little superiority over Volcanion and Hoopa, and I think these three are supposed to be the trio of Kalos. So yeah. So guys, if you guys please like, comment, subscribe. I also want to hear your opinions on which of these theories you think are real, or if you can undermine these theories. Uh, if you can, I'll speak about it in my next video. I really want to continue this Diancie carving thing. I really liked it. Uh, if you guys have time, please go watch Dr. Swage. Dr. Dr. Swage does Pokemon stuff. Right now he's doing a Mario playthrough. He's a real cool guy. I think you guys will enjoy. Uh, well, I think that's it for today. If you guys have any requests for any Pokemon theories you want to see, I'll see what I can do. Just leave them in the comments. So, thank you. And it's King Kaiser signing off.